My wife went live saying, "Getting a divorce. Time to live my best life," before even telling me. I joined the live and commented, "Thanks for the heads up." Then I immediately transferred all my money and assets to a trust in a different country as donation. Her lawyer called me, unethically prepared, when they realized I, 38 male, was sitting in my home office finishing up quarterly reports when my phone started blowing up, like non-stop notifications. My buddy Jerome sent me a link with just, "Bro, you seeing this?" Clicked the link. It was an Instagram live. My wife Destiny, 35, was sitting in what looked like a spa, cucumber slices and all, talking to her phone. "So guys, big announcement. I'm finally doing it, getting divorced from Roger." I almost dropped my coffee. We'd had our issues, sure, but divorce? First I'm hearing about it. She continued, "I've been planning this for months. Already got the lawyer, already know exactly what I'm entitled to. Half of everything plus alimony because I gave up my influencer career to support his boring corporate job." Quick context. Her influencer career was 1,200 followers and sponsored posts for teeth whitening strips that paid $50 each. She did maybe 3 in 2 years. The beauty is, he doesn't even know yet. I'm telling him tomorrow after I file. My lawyer says catching him off guard means he can't hide assets. Smart, right? The comments were wild. Her friend Celeste wrote, "Get that bag, queen." Her sister Brooke added, "About time, he never deserved you." I typed, "Thanks for the heads up." The spa music stopped. She squinted at her screen. "Roger? What are you?" I logged off. Here's the thing about Destiny. She thought she was playing 4D chess but couldn't even handle checkers. She didn't know that 6 months ago, my grandmother passed and left me quite a bit. I hadn't touched it yet, was planning to invest it for our future. The inheritance was never commingled with marital assets, still sitting in a separate account. She also didn't know I'd been researching setting up a charitable trust for underprivileged kids' education. My buddy Anton's an international tax attorney. Within 2 hours of seeing that live, I was in his office. "You want to do what now?" Anton asked. "Donate my inheritance to the education trust we discussed, the one registered in the Cook Islands. That's very generous. Very sudden too. Just felt inspired. Can we do it today?" He pulled up the paperwork. "It's irrevocable, you understand? Once it's in the trust for those kids' education, you can't take it back." Perfect. By 6 p.m., $487,000 was irrevocably committed to providing scholarships. I kept the documentation. That evening, Destiny came home like nothing happened. Made dinner, asked about my day, even initiated, well, you know, the whole time knowing she was filing tomorrow, ice cold. Update 1: next morning, she left early for Pilates. I got served at 10 a.m. The process server looked apologetic. At 10:47 a.m., my phone rang. Unknown number. "Mr. Roger? This is Diane Whitfield from Whitfield & Associates. I represent your wife. Soon-to-be ex-wife." "Yes, well, we need to discuss financial disclosure. We'll need all bank statements, investment accounts, assets." "Sure. I'll have my lawyer send everything over." "You already have representation?" "Yep. Retained them yesterday." Funny timing, right? Silence. Then, "I see. Well, we're requesting an emergency freeze on all accounts to prevent asset dissipation." "No problem. My checking has about $3,000 and savings has $8,000. Freeze away." That's all?" "Well, there was an inheritance, but I donated that to charity yesterday. Set up an irrevocable trust for underprivileged children's education. Very fulfilling. I can send you the documentation." The silence was deafening. "You? When did you?" "Yesterday afternoon. Why?" She hung up. 20 minutes later, Destiny was calling. I let it go to voicemail. "You think you're smart?" "That was my money too. My lawyer says what you did is fraud. We're going to destroy you in court." Second voicemail. "Roger, please call me back. We can work this out." Third. "I'm calling the police. This is theft." Fourth. "Baby, please. I was just upset. We don't have to divorce." The whiplash was incredible. Her mom Francine called next. "Roger, sweetheart, Destiny's very upset. What's this about you giving away her money?" "My grandmother's inheritance. That's not marital property, Francine. But you're married. Everything is shared." Funny, that's not what Destiny said on her live stream. She was pretty clear about taking half of everything. Guess she should have been more specific. You watch that? She didn't mean it. You know how she gets. I know exactly how she gets. That's why I'm getting divorced. The calls didn't stop. Destiny, her mom, her sister, her friends, even her Pilates instructor, called to tell me I was blocking her chakras with negativity. That evening, Destiny came home with her sister Brooke. They'd clearly been strategizing. "Roger," Brooke started, "what you did was financial abuse. Donating to charity is abuse. You know what you did. You saw the live and moved that money to spite her. I moved my inheritance to help kids get education. The timing's just coincidental." Destiny started crying. Not cute tears, full theatrical wailing. 8 years. 8 years I supported you. Supported me? I paid for everything. You haven't worked in 3 years. I was building my brand. What brand? Destiny. You posted one makeup tutorial that got 12 views. 7 were from me on different devices trying to support you. Brooke gasped. "You're so cruel. She gave you her best years. And now she can give someone else her better years. I'm sure that'll trend." Update 2. Destiny moved out to stay with her mom. But the entitlement? That cranked to 11. First, she tried to break into my home office at 2 a.m. I'd installed cameras after the divorce filing, Anton's suggestion. Caught her on video trying to jimmy the window with a butter knife while on the phone saying he probably has hidden cash in here. I sent the video to my lawyer. He sent it to hers with a note about attempted breaking and entering. Then came the social media campaign. She posted a TikTok that went semi-viral, 50K views. My husband saw I was divorcing him and donated all his money so I get nothing. Is this even legal? The comments were mixed. Why did you announce it on live before telling him though? Girl, you played yourself. This is why you don't count chickens before they hatch. But also, sue him queen. That's Marshall property. He's definitely hiding more money. Her friend Celeste started a GoFundMe, Help Destiny Rebuild After Financial Abuse. Goal, $50,000. Raised, $327. The description was wild. My best friend gave up her lucrative career as a content creator to support her husband's dreams. Now he's abandoned her with nothing, donating their life savings out of spite. She's basically homeless, living with her mom in a 4-bedroom house but whatever, and can't even afford her weekly spa treatments that are essential for her mental health. But here's where Destiny really messed up. She started dating, while still trying to get my money. Posted Instagram stories from expensive dinners with hashtags like New Beginnings, Upgrade in Progress, Know Your Worth. My lawyer loved this. She's claiming she can't afford basic necessities while posting from a steakhouse? Beautiful. Then her new boyfriend, Trey, got involved. This dude called me. Actually called me. "Yo, Roger? This Trey. I'm with Destiny now. Congratulations? Look man, she says you're hiding money. Just give her what's fair and we can all move on." Are you part of this divorce now? I'm protecting my girl's interests. Your girl who's still legally married? Not for long. Great. Tell your girl to have her lawyer call my lawyer. Why you gotta be difficult? She deserves half. Of what? I make 72 Qley a year. After taxes and bills, there's not much left. The inheritance is already donated. What half does she want? Half my Netflix password. You're not getting it. She put in work for 8 years. What work, Trey? Name one thing. She maintained the household. We have a cleaning service. I cook. We don't have kids. She gave up her career. What career? He hung up. But Trey wasn't done. This man showed up at my job. Security called me down. "Sir, there's a Trey here. Says it's about your wife." I came down. Trey was in the lobby looking like he was about to fight someone. "You think you're smart?" he said. "I think I'm at work. What do you want?" Destiny deserves better. Then date her better. I'm not stopping you. She deserves money. For what? Participation trophy? Security stepped in when he stepped forward. "Sir, you need to leave." As he was escorted out, "This isn't over." Narrator, it was, in fact, about to be over. Update 3, court day arrived. Destiny showed up in a designer outfit I'd never seen before. Trey was with her, plus her mom, sister, and 3 friends. My side, me and Anton, who came for moral support, not as my lawyer. Her lawyer, Diane, started strong. "Your Honor, the defendant clearly dissipated marital assets upon learning of the divorce." Judge Elkins, an older woman who looked like she'd seen everything, reviewed the papers. "The inheritance from his grandmother?" "Yes, Your Honor." "The inheritance that was received 6 months ago never commingled with marital funds and maintained in a separate account?" "Yes, but..." And it was donated to a registered charity for children's education? The timing is suspicious. Counselor, is there any evidence the inheritance was marital property? Diane shuffled papers. The marriage is 8 years old. The wife sacrificed. I didn't ask about sacrifices. I asked if the inheritance was marital property. No, Your Honor. Then what's the issue? He did it out of spite. He saw my client's announcement. The judge's eyebrows raised. Announcement? My lawyer stood. We have video evidence of Mrs. Destiny publicly announcing divorce proceedings on social media before notifying my client, discussing strategy to catch him off guard to prevent asset hiding. I'd like to see this. We played the live stream. The judge's face was stone. Destiny sunk in her chair. Mrs. Destiny, you announced your divorce on Instagram? I was emotional, Your Honor. You were at a spa. Self-care is important during stressful times. And you discussed legal strategy publicly. Diane jumped in. Your Honor, people vent on social media, while getting spa treatments and discussing how to maximize financial gain from divorce. Silence. The judge continued. Mr. Roger, why did you donate the inheritance? Your Honor, I'd been planning to set up an education charity in my grandmother's memory. The timing was coincidental. Quite a coincidence. Yes, Your Honor. She looked at me for a long moment. And you're prepared to live with this decision? The donation is irrevocable? Absolutely. Those kids need education more than I need a savings account. Your Honor? Destiny stood up. He's lying. He did it to punish me. Mrs. Destiny, please sit. Even if that were true, which hasn't been proven, he had every right to donate his inheritance. It wasn't marital property. But I'm entitled to? To what? What exactly are you entitled to? Half. I get half of everything. Of marital assets, which appears to be approximately $11,000 in checking and savings, a 2017 Honda Civic in the defendant's name and a rental apartment. Destiny's jaw dropped. That's IT? Were you under the impression there was more? He makes good money. $72,000 annually according to these documents. After taxes, rent, and expenses, that doesn't leave much accumulation over 8 years. This isn't fair. The judge removed her glasses. Mrs. Destiny, you announced your intention to divorce on social media. You discussed strategy to ambush your husband. You're currently posting pictures from expensive dinners while claiming financial hardship. What exactly isn't fair? Trey stood up. This whole system is rigged. Sir, who are you? I'm her boyfriend. Her? Current boyfriend? While she's still married. My lawyer barely contained his smile. Judge Elkins had seen enough. Here's my ruling. The inheritance was separate property, legally donated. The marital assets will be divided equally. That's $5,500 each. The Honda remains with Mr. Roger as it's in his name and he's been making payments. No alimony will be awarded as Mrs. Destiny is capable of working and the marriage was relatively short with no children. Your Honor, Destiny screamed. I can't live on $5,500. Then I suggest you get a job. Case dismissed. The hallway eruption was magnificent. We're appealing. This judge is obviously biased. Brooke, you can't just give away $500,000. Trey, this is why nobody trusts the system. Destiny just stood there, stunned. $5,000? $5,500, I corrected. She turned to me, and for the first time in years, I saw the real Destiny. Not the influencer persona, not the victim she played, just a woman who gambled and lost. You planned this. No, you planned this. I just responded. I hate you. That's fine. I'm indifferent to you. That hit harder than hate would have. Final update. It's been 3 months. The divorce is final. Here's where everyone ended up. Destiny moved back with her mom permanently. She tried to restart her influencer career with a series called Starting Over After Narcissistic Abuse. It peaked at 3,000 views when she accidentally admitted on live that she'd been planning the divorce for months to get paid. Someone screen recorded it. The series ended. Trey dumped her 2 weeks after court, when he realized she was actually broke. He's now dating a bartender who, according to Destiny's angry Instagram story, doesn't even have followers. Diane, her lawyer, sent Destiny a bill for $8,000. Destiny tried to pay with an influence collaboration. Diane declined and sent it to collections. The GoFundMe got reported for fraud when someone noticed Destiny posting from a cruise. Turns out Francine paid for it, but still, it got taken down. Brooke actually apologized to me. Ran into her at a coffee shop. She said, "I didn't know about the live stream before you. That was messed up. We're not friends, but respect for the honesty. The Education Trust has already provided scholarships for 12 kids. I get update letters. One kid, Marcus, wrote about how he's the first in his family going to college. That letter's worth more than anything Destiny could have given me. As for me, I'm good. Peaceful, actually. Living in my apartment, cooking my meals, watching my shows without someone complaining they're too boring. Started taking pottery classes, random I know. Met someone there named Helen who thinks this whole story is insane and refers to Destiny as Spa Girl. Last week, Destiny texted from a new number. "I know you're probably never going to forgive me, but I wanted you to know I'm in therapy now. Working on myself. I realize I messed up." I responded, "Good for you, be well." She wrote back, "Maybe we could get coffee sometime, as friends?" I didn't respond. Some bridges, once burned, should stay ash. Anton, my tax attorney friend, framed the donation receipt. It's in his office under a plaque that says, "Sometimes the best investment is in karma." To everyone asking if I regret donating that money, nah. It's doing more good educating kids than it ever would have done sitting in an account or being fought over in court. Besides, you can't put a price on the look on Diane's face when she realized there was no money to fight over. That was priceless. Oh, and Destiny's spa? They canceled her membership for non-payment. Karma's beautiful sometimes. Edit. Stop asking for the livestream video. It's evidence in closed proceedings now. Also, no, I won't give you Trey's number. Let the man live with his choices. Edit 2. To those saying I'm heartless, maybe. But after 8 years of being treated like an ATM with a pulse, I'm okay with that. Sometimes the best response to entitlement is consequences.